Hey, howdy, hey, it is Action Figure Hub Nate here, and today I'm going to be looking at the King Thor Build-A-Figure. So, here's a little story that I'm going to tell you. For Christmas, I got all the 7 figures in this wave, and I decided, you know what, I will rebuy another Iron Fist, another Thor, and another Hawkeye, just so I can have a separate King Thor and a separate Odin. I plan on doing this. This is a review for the King Thor Build-A-Figure. You will not be seeing Odin in this video. He will not be a part of the review. So if you are here for Odin, you are not going to see Odin. Now that that is out of the way, King Thor, interesting character. I mean, I like it. I think it's a very good figure. There's an issue I have overarching with both Odin and Thor. But it's an issue with the figure, not the character. I think the character looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, nice character. I feel like the figure needs just more articulation. It is quite small. The Thor in this wave is bigger than both options if you go to choose Odin or Thor. See here. He's about a little over 7 inches tall, probably like 7 and like a quarter, maybe. Yeah, I'd say about 7 and a quarter. He's pretty cool. I went with the King Thor route because I believe that there's a lot of Odin on YouTube and not a lot of King Thor for the exposure to this wave. So I'm like, you know what? King Thor time. This is going to be only King Thor. It's his time to shine. As you see, he comes with his little axe. I do not know the name of the axe, so I am not even going to attempt to tell you anything. I know Mjolnir. I don't even know his magic belt. Yeah. I just, screwed up his hammer name, so why even try? Mjolnir. Yeah, I said it right. Ish. Close enough. Here's his face. Looks pretty mean and like an evil Santa Claus. I mean, neck doesn't really have any articulation. You can look up slightly. Is there any pivot? There's a little bit of pivot. Can rotate about that far. This figure is more of like a statue, I'd say. There's not much articulation to be had. His arm can move up this far with the metal arm, down that far. There's upper bicep rotation. And the bicep can move that far up. I'm going to take his cape off. Can move up that far. There's, get out of here, wrist rotation. The hinge, his other arm, moves up about that far. There is upper bicep rotation. Arm moves up only that far. Wrist, hinge, you whole 9 yards. There is a swivel here, as well as a diaphragm joint that moves back that far and forward that far. I believe there's also a waist rotation, but very slight in there. And then the legs is where I have my biggest issue. You can see there is articulation in there. It does have articulated. But every time I ever attempt to move them, they just pop off. And they are very hard to get in. I have pushed those in as hard as I can, and they are not moving. Back of the figure looks like this. I feel like it's a very nice cape sculpt. As you see, it has like some nice paint detailing in there. Does there paint? I think there might be some very, very light paint work. And not just shadows. I think it's very light paintwork in there to give it the appeal that it has. But as you can tell, this is not the best thing to clip on because you have to line up the hole, which is all the way down here. You gotta pop her in, which is easier said than done sometimes. But I mean, at least when you get it in, it stays in. It's not like other figures where the cape just flies off. I would say I like this figure. I mean, I never really... I knew getting this or Odin were never going to be my favorite Build-A-Figures. So I'm not going to be like, oh, this is about to be my favorite figure ever. But I don't know. I really appreciate how it looks. It looks very nice. And even though it doesn't have much articulation in any aspect, I still like it. It's still a posable figure. I don't know what else to say. It's just very decent all around, I guess. I'm glad that these are little pop-ins, so you can take these off whenever you want. Not glued on, because now that they've been gluing stuff on, my figures have been breaking, and it's very annoying. But, yeah, here's this King Thor Build-A-Figure. I think it's very nice. Quite nice.